Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by the Money Stocks. Today is Monday, July 22nd, 2013. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. This morning, the futures are trading higher by about 50 cents to $1,690 a contract. So, again, a flat open for the market on this Monday. There's a lot going on, so we'll see how it plays out. First thing I want to really just go over is the Asian markets last night. Last night, you had some volatility in the Asian markets. They were down, they were up. They ultimately finished slightly higher by the closing bell. The Nikkei 225 index, which is Japan, finishing higher by about almost 0.5%. Yesterday, earlier on Sunday, it looks like Shinzo Abe, which is the Prime Minister of Japan, he did win his party won an important election, and they will have the upper hand now in the parliament. So that looks like it will be a slightly positive day as it finished up in Japan. The Nikkei finishing higher by almost 0.5%. The Shanghai index, which is mainland China, rebounded a little bit, up about 0.6%, but that index has been down as of late. But last night it did rebound a little bit. You had the Hang Seng up about 0.2%. The Sensex, Bombay Sensex Index, which is India, flat on the night. And then the Singapore Straits Times, that was higher by 0.6%. So, again, we're not going to make too much out of it. But if the Japanese market and the Shanghai market start to falter, that will mean big problems for the global markets as far as I'm concerned. Looking over at Europe this morning, a little mixed bag of tricks. You do have the German DAX down about 0.1%. The Milan market, which is Italy, up about 0.5%. Everything else is basically flat. The FTSE 100 is down about 0.3%. Remember, England can print their own money. Looking over at the U.S. markets, we really have a flat open, to say the least, but we do have some stocks in motion, and that's what's going to be important, at least in the morning. For day traders, we're going to watch for these morning gaps each and every day coming forward. So you're going to want to watch that going forward. Right now, when you look at the U.S. markets, the first thing we want to talk about is gold. Gold is trading higher by $26, above the 1,300 level now. Gold is trading at $13.20 an ounce. Decent move for gold. Take a look at the GLD this morning. GLD is catching a very nice bid. GLD closed at 125.11. It is now trading at 127.90. It did pierce the 128 level, so decent pop for the GLD today. This has further upside to go. A little resistance around the 130 level, but ultimately GLD can go a little bit higher than that before it hits important near-term resistance. So gold is making a pretty strong push this morning ahead of the opening bell. We do have the US dollar index, which is trading lower. You're going to see the dollar index is trading lower by about 23. Make that 24 cents at the moment. You'll also see weakness in the dollar-yen chart. This is one of the most important charts that any day trader can follow. Take a look at the dollar-yen here. You're going to see that this is decently lower this morning, down around 49 cents on the session. Just go to a daily chart. You'll get a glimpse of it here. Nice little sell-off in the dollar-yen. Dollar-yen goes down. Gold should go up. That's kind of the way it works these days. So we'll see if that dollar-yen can push lower. And that would be a negative for the Japanese market, also the U.S. markets, and a positive for gold in the near term. Looking at oil this morning, let's get to the oil prices. Oil is trading higher by about 30 cents to 108.30 a barrel. Let's take a look at the USO this morning. USO is trading right around 138.49. It closed at $38.49. It closed on Friday at $38.45. So USO is just up a couple of pennies, but light sweet crude is up 30 cents ahead of the opening bell this morning. Taking a look at some stocks in the news today, you're going to want to look at McDonald's. McDonald's is getting hit. I do have a gap level for McDonald's. Hopefully we'll be able to get that gap play in the morning. That will be posted in the chat room at 9 a.m. So anybody interested in playing the gap plays, come on over to the chat room at 9 o'clock. They'll be posted up there, and hopefully I think we're going to be able to get a McDonald's gap trade out here this morning. That should be pretty decent. It looks like McDonald's numbers came in a little bit below estimates, about 2 cents below. Revenues, again, were another miss. Most corporations are missing on revenues constantly here. I know you're hearing about top-line growth, but there's only so many layoffs people can have. McDonald's don't have that luxury of laying people off. The stores are just too busy. But either way, sales are down, and that's what you want to watch for. When McDonald's is struggling to meet their estimates, it could be telling us a little something. But either way, you slice it or dice it, the market doesn't seem to be overly concerned, at least not yet. But Federal Express, UPS, Google missed in a big way. IBM missed in a big way. Microsoft got trashed. But yet the markets are at new highs. So again, what's the catalyst? I suppose it's just the Federal Reserve's money printing. But who really knows for that matter? We're going to have a couple of other stocks out here for earnings. But again, they'll be posted up at 9 o'clock in the morning. Looking over a few different names today. One stock that could be in the news today is going to be NAV. Carl Icahn looks to be taking a bigger stake. No movement in the stock right now, but it could have some volatility. But Carl Icahn taking a little bit of a bigger stake. This stock's move to the upside looks like it could be getting a little stretched. So traders really want to be careful with this one, with Navistar. Okay, so be a little bit careful. But it does look like Carl Icahn's upping his stake in the company. He already had a big stake in it, but it looks like he moved it up a little bit more. And that could always cause some volatility in the stock. So you want to be a little bit aware there. Also, watch these European bank stocks. If the market starts to get weak, stocks like Deutsche Bank could be volatile today. Stock's up a little bit ahead of the opening bell. But if these European markets start to come down, you're going to watch stocks like Deutsche Bank could be in for some volatility, and other European banks as well. All right, we're going to leave it there, short and sweet today on a Monday. We'll see how this market plays out, and I will see you all on the charts. Take care, everybody.